right, I'm out here at Oxon Hill with Coach Robin, man. I just want to get his thoughts, man, on Oxon Hill being co-Gym of the Year with Team No Excuse.
Oh, it's a great honor, yeah. Just to be part of a team like this is tremendous, yeah. Let alone with co-Gym of the Year, Lamont Roach and the rest of his guys, it's definitely an honor.
Let me ask you, Coach, how did you come on board here at Oxon Hill?
Daryl Davis, the head coach here, has been recruiting
Actually, I'm going to come a little bit this way, that light bothering a little bit.
Yeah, Coach Daryl Davis has been recruiting me for a while. So when I decided to come on board, I was actually shocked because I was asking him, like, out of all the people in the DMV area, DMV, Baltimore, why did you decide to pick me? Because there was a lot of great coaches in this area. And he was like, why not? You know, so I came aboard and it's a perfect fit. Yeah.
Now, with you coming aboard here at Oxon Hill, what is your goal and your purpose with the team?
My goal is just to enhance whatever flaws or whatever, like, shortcomings, if you want to say, whatever he asked me to do, to work on this particular fighter with this or that particular fighter was that. Just an enhancement, pretty much, yeah, because he's already got the foundation. He's already built the foundation, so it's not pretty much that you could add to whatever he has because he's building the legacy, actually. So he's already there. It's just, can you enhance this or can you enhance that, pretty much, yeah.
Now, Coach, prior to coming here at Oxon Hill, what's your experience been in, as far as being involved with the sport of boxing?
My experience has been great. Our first fighter that I ever trained, he ended up being a two-time world champion, which is Swift Jared Hurd. So I know what it's like to be on that level of competition or that world-class stage. So being here, just talking to some of the young fighters, and they know who I am, knowing that if they want to reach that pinnacle, how hard the work has to be and how much work they had to put in to get there. So it's been great.
You know, working with the young fighters, Coach, what are some of the things that you notice as far as their fundamentals and their knowledge of the sport of boxing?
Some of them, you can see that they're knowledge, but then some of them are just talented, just raw talent. You know, they're just athletes. So with these guys, basically it's just a little technical work. Other than that, they pretty, like I say, he's been building the dynasty, and there's not much you can add. The only thing that I see is like a little bit of more technical work, but these guys they're pretty much there, yeah.
And now I got to speak on the young Jamal Harvey, man. Get your thoughts on him. I know he's out there in Colorado right now doing this thing with the USA Boxing, man, yeah. But I just definitely want to get your thoughts on Jamal Harvey.
Jamal Harvey, he's one of the great up-and-coming young fighters. I worked with him like once. We were in the gym, and I had put the body bag on him, but based on what I saw and based on what I felt, like this guy, he would definitely be a future world champion. Yeah, his placement shots, his technique, his knowledge of boxing, his IQ of boxing is pretty high to be that young. So he's gonna be one of the next up-and-coming world champions, if not 2, 3, 4-time world champion.
With your knowledge with the sport of boxing, Coach, man, what's some of the things that you want to pour into the kids here at Oxon Hill Boxing?
Just the determination, the work ethic. You know, they have to have that work ethic. They have to have that determination, and they have to have that hunger. Because once you reach a certain level, a lot of times, a lot of young fighters think because they're there, they don't have to pretty much add to their repertoire. But
they get comfortable.
They get real comfortable, but it's hard to be on top. It's hard to stay on top. So once you get there, you have to work even harder to stay there. So, and that's a lot of things that comes with the mental aspect of boxing.
You know, that's a great point, Coach. How do you keep kids motivated that think that know it all and got it all?
Well, with me, I would tell them, you need to work on this. Like, I know all your strong points, so I'm not worried about your strong points. I want to work on your weak points, the points that you don't really do well at it. So if you tell them, okay, well, I think you need to work more on this, and if they think they already know everything, then if they say, well, he said I need to work on that, then that's going to motivate them to work on it. And that would teach them to be a well-rounded boxer overall, pretty much.
Now, Coach, who are some people they should keep their eyes on as the next up-and-coming coming out of Oxon Hill Boxing?
other than Jamal Harvey, Nicholas, Makai, Mally, and JoJo. Those are the top runners in the gym. Yeah, and those guys are very talented. It's just that they're young and they really don't know the sport itself. They got skill-wise, skill set, but I think with those guys, because they're so young, they don't have the mental aspect. And as they mature, they will get there. And once they get that, then I think the sky's the limit for these guys.
You know, speaking on one of the fighters that you just mentioned, JoJo, fresh off the football field,
Yeah.
you know, raw talent.
Extremely talented. Yeah, he's just a talent. You know, I think the kid, whatever he plays, because he's so talented athletically, the sky's the limit for whatever he does. Yeah, just the raw talent alone.
You know, as a coach, when you get talent like that, is it fun to you? Like, oh, I get to mold this young fighter that's not really setting his ways yet,
Yeah.
so to say. That you get a chance to really mold a fighter like that with raw talent.
Yeah, you do, and it's great because he knows he has the raw talent, but he also knows that I don't really know this sport, you know. And once you get to know it, and once you start putting knowledge in him, and then you start comparing him to other great fighters, then that will motivate him as well. Mentally, to me, boxing, mentally, is probably the biggest aspect of boxing. And this kid is mentally strong. He want to learn. He's very enthusiastic about learning because he comes to me a lot and say, well, Coach, I need you to help me work on, you know, my body shots, my placement of my body shots. And that's a plus because a lot of fighters that has that raw talent, they think that, oh, I don't need to know anything, you know. So when you get someone with that talent and they come to you and ask you, what can I do to get better? You know, that's a plus. That's always a plus, yeah.
Now, another one on the team, man, I've noticed been doing a lot of step up, even beyond his age and weight, is Nick, cousin of Jared Hurd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been knowing Nick actually when Nick was about 8 years old. When he actually first started boxing, he actually came to the gym where I was training, which was Hillcrest. So I knew Nick since he was about 8 years old. And from seeing him to that point, to this point now, he's grown tremendously. But what's so funny about it is when I watch him, I see Jared.
Oh, wow.
It's like a replica of Jared. Yeah. So his father always tell me, Daryl always tell me, I need you to be here. I need you to help me work with this guy, you know, because he's, after Jamal, he's the next in line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we got to do what we got to do to put him, you know, to set an example for JoJo, Makai, and a lot of other fighters that's coming behind him.
Man, Coach, I truly appreciate your time today. Just give me your insight on Oxon Hill Boxing, and also congratulations on Coach Gym of the Year.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.